Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. What's happening? What is that thing we're seeing here? There it is. That is a window from my Logic Pro app. And right now I'm going to start it and we get, hopefully, cool practice beats. Let's hope everything works. I'm a little bit more advanced in my setup today, so it's a little bit experimental. We'll see. But hopefully it's going to allow me to be a bit more creative with the practice beats and a little bit more of a challenge. Hey there, Alpus! And those of you who tuned in yesterday, I kind of failed in my stream, I felt, because I was really eager to do the stream, but I wanted to do it with a better setup, and then I got caught up in technical issues. But finally, hog reveal. I don't even know what that means. Oh, hog. That's like another word for Mr. Wonka. I'm not gonna reveal it, man. Sorry, man. It's too impressive. You would all just die on the spot. A bit too fast, maybe. Let's turn it down. Whew. Okay, give me my Windows back. There we go. So if you don't know the deal, I usually sit here and practice in sets of 1 or 2 minutes. And then I'll check your comments and we can get speaking about anything. Right now it's early in the morning for me now, so I'm trying to wake up. But I can't think of a better way to do that than with the guitar. Cool, we got a question from Caden No Goer Man. I also use GarageBand to record my riffs. Do you just use the standard drum tracks or are you importing drum tracks? No, I usually use just the standard drum tracks. I don't know if I can show you that. Let's see here. Yep, drum kit. There's my drum kit. I don't think I changed anything. It's the Brooklyn kit. Now this is just for practicing, but if I want to record something, then or if I want to make something a bit more serious, then maybe I'll choose the drum kit. I'll choose multi-output here. I don't know if you can see that. Multi-output, and that gives me the option to seeing all those drums in the mixer here, and I can start adding custom effects and like compressors and overdrive and some EQ. But at this stage, I really don't want to be bothered by that. It's just a matter of getting a good flow so I can get some practice going. But the drum sounds are great in Logic Pro. They're not over-processed, but that's the whole point. If they would give you processed drums to start off with, then you couldn't shape them by yourself. They would already be kind of finished. And that's not what they wanted to do. So they just recorded some great quality drum sounds, and you can do whatever you want with them. Of course, it's a little bit more difficult to try to get a professional sound on your own, but you do have a good starting point there with the provided drum samples. So here's another one. Actually, these drum sounds are not very metal-ish. I just grabbed them for when I was practicing some like swamp rock stuff. So I might try to find some more metal style, but right now I'm just trying to get into the groove. Reset the window there so you can see a bit better what I'm doing. Still trying to figure out if the setup works. That's why I threw in on the headphones, just to see that I'm hearing the same thing as you. I don't really like practicing with headphones, so that's why I don't have them now. But sometimes you need to check just to see that I'm hearing the same thing as you guys. Messed up. Well, this is pretty good. I'm just trying to get some flow and try to warm up. That was hard. One more time. Okay, so we need another drum beat. For some reason, I'm always trying to play a little bit too fast. Doesn't matter the tempo of the drum beat. It's always like, yeah, I gotta push it a little bit further. So what can we do? What can we do? We multiply the... I'm just gonna duplicate a track here. Let's do this one. And let's come up with something here. So now I'm gonna see if I can edit the... where am I? Why can't I see what I usually see? I want to get into the... I'm a bit confused by the small window, I think, or something. I want to edit the drummer track. How do I do that? Come on. Session play. Just give me the freaking... Why am I so confused? This drum region was created in a previous version of Logic Pro. Aha. Okay. That's why it messes with me. It's an old... Oh, I converted to MIDI. Screw you. Let's just do this one more time. Create session play region. There we go. Now I should be okay. Yep, this is what I was looking for. So, chords. What the heck is this? So I'm trying to edit the drummer region, but it turned out... Well, this is good. Why does it say chords? Psychedelic rock. Let's do hard rock, because I do have a somewhat metalish sound. Okay, and then I'm gonna just get a good loop going here. And I want something much simpler, so I'm just gonna turn down everything here. And I'll just choose, usually the pattern number 1 here is the simplest one, so let's try it. I still think this is a little bit crappy, so I'll just do the manual thing and see how that works. Usually this is what I want. And now you can hear those ghost notes. I'm going to turn them off, or almost. This is better. Now maybe faster hi-hats there. So there. And maybe closed hi-hats as well. This is better. A bit more ACD-ish, but then we can turn the tempo down a little bit and maybe we can get some heavier, I don't know, doom grooving. Major Simon, what's up, my man? Kirill is here, awesome. Okay, so let's try this a little bit. That'll work. Let's see. Yeah. Facebook, what's up? I should practice the alternate riffing a little bit more, because I find that for me just down picking all the time isn't sustainable. I develop strain too fast there, so it's a good thing to be able to, you know, both come up with ideas that you with just downstrokes, but also this sounds a little bit better as well. Rajiz on Instagram, what's up, my man? So that's something to work on for sure. So instead of doing that, we're gonna do that. Let's do a little bit more. Play a bit more basic now, just to get a feel for the alternate riffing as opposed to the downstroke. Some questions on Instagram here. So how do I get this set up? I use like an RTMP server is what it's called. Basically just use OBS or something like that, and don't use the iPhone app. It's possible to get your your unique streaming URL from Instagram. If you're on the Instagram desktop, just click the plus sign, and it's going to say you want to create a post or an Instagram or a live stream, and then it's going to give you the URL which you paste into OBS. I'm using something called Prism Live. It's actually a pay software, but it allows me to live stream to Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time, because I could never figure out, which one to stream to. And I can see all your comments now. So, for example, we have Louis on Facebook, we have Umidov on YouTube, and then I'm speaking with you, Aditya, on Instagram. So that's pretty cool, I think. Yo, Blakenson from Instagram, what's up? Yep. Let's do some more, and then, well, maybe we'll do just another drum beat here. I think it's it's fun to experiment. I didn't like the sound of this drum set. It's very heavy metal-ish. Let's do this. This is the quick way to do it, I think. Let's just change the drummer. Don't change patch. I think I like the retro one. Let's try that. Yeah. I don't know. I prefer... Let's try some more, actually. But they did change the pattern, so I have to check something here, I think. Recall settings when changing style. Keep settings. So now I'm going to have to redo that. That sucks. But it was pretty fast, so let's do it again. This is the manual stuff in the drummer. Yeah, this is pretty good already. I'm just going to go down on the complexity and less ghost notes. And maybe close the hi-hat. Feel and dynamics. We can have lots of dynamics. We can have lots of humanizing. I like that. Let's try it now. From Brazil, Leonardo, what's up? Okay. Hey there, Einar from Facebook. Oh, I think the drums are a little bit loud now. Maybe. That's the danger when you're changing between patches. You can get level issues pretty quickly. So let me know if there's something wrong with the levels, you can't hear my guitar or something like that. Hey Robert, so the snare sounds loud. Raja says good. Cool, Raja from Facebook. Let's try it. We can see. We can quite easily, I think, adjust the sound of the snare. Yeah. So we can pull that down a little bit. Let me know if it's better. Hey there, Desmond. Thanks for digging the tone. So you're actually hearing real tube amp and real microphones. So cool. You like the snare, Desmond. That's awesome. Big Block on YouTube. What's up? I'm in Logic Pro, Robert. So let's see here. Increase the drums a little bit here. Let me know if it's better. Thanks for confirming, Robert. Yeah, we got my man Drew. Thank you, Desmond. Good to see you again. Maybe add some delay to the chain as well, or some delay pedal, I should say. This might be a little bit too much, we'll see. Now the only reason why I would want to do that is to play more lead guitar. I obviously wouldn't want to add a delay pedal to, to the rhythm, but since I'm doing a bit of both here and I'm getting a little bit more warmed up, I figured it's time to start thinking about lead as well. Hey there, Mapuya from Instagram. Cool question. So is it possible to put a mastering compressor on the master chain? Well, it's certainly possible to put one on the drums, but since my sound is guitar sound is completely analog now, it's not really possible to do. I would have to record something first, and then I could put mastering on. So you're thinking about balancing the levels a little bit, maybe. That would be very tricky to do. I would have to do that like on the audio interface level, and I'm using like Babyface, the RME Babyface Pro. There isn't, like, you can't add plugins to it, and it doesn't have mastering. So the answer is no. I could probably route everything through like an external processor or external compressor, but I don't even have a good external compressor. So the answer is unfortunately completely no. It's no. But it's a good practice beat. It's pretty open, lots of space to do stuff. So generally when I've been playing for like 40, 50 minutes, I start to feel warmed up and I can add more interesting stuff. I should probably think about might just be that I haven't stretched the string enough when changing strings, but it could also be that I need to widen the nut here. So I think maybe I was in a hurry when I changed the strings on this guitar. I went from like 10s to 12s, so it's a bit crazy. Cool, we got lots of questions about the drum here. So Patrick is asking, or first we had a question by Lavos. What software are you using? I'm just using the stock drum sounds in Logic Pro. Could you route Superior Drummer sounds through the same track and get the session drummer with VST sounds? Yes, that's not an issue at all. What you can do is basically create like a MIDI track here. So you can choose a software instrument here, and then you can create an. Oh, let's see if my computer can keep up with the streaming and everything at the same time. I'm not sure. And then I can create an alias, like this. Now this is an alias. is that a word? Alias? Alias? So, now this is doing something different. I can choose any drums here. So let's see if we can find some drums. But as I said, I think my software might be, or my computer might be a little bit overloaded with a 4K or attempt to do 4K streaming. What am I going to do? I'm going to change from Alchemy to something like a SSDs. I could do SSD drums here. And I'm going to choose something else. Drums. We can do the old Ultra Beat thing. Yep. So now I'm using a different drum. Now I'm using the AI drummer to trigger these other drums. So let's see how it sounds. And I should be able to find some presets here. Drum kits. And here I can do like electronic dub kit. That didn't change anything though. Oh, that's because I didn't give it enough time. It wants to download new stuff, damn it. I don't want to do that now. Come on. Do we have any rock, heavy or something? Side, R&B, retro machines. Unreal acoustic, that sounds like fun. Let's see if this works. Yeah, no, it needs more content. So I'll choose another plugin, maybe that. Drums, drum kit designer, drum synth. Let's try that. Woo, this is loud. These are just kicks, okay. But anyhow, you can see how I'm clearly triggering another track with this, with the alias I created. Come on, we gotta be able to find something here. Drums. Synthesizer, retro synth, drum kit designer. I think it's this one. Oh no, that's not. Well, I can choose other drums here. So let's do a heavy kit here. So there we can go through different kits now. Maybe we had, I think there was another heavy kit, like a SoCal maybe. A little bit loud now, let me turn it down. So yeah, lots of retro rock maybe. So lots of stuff to choose from here. But the computer is not keeping up right now. I think I'm pushing it too far. Maybe I'll check the preferences, see if I can do something. I got lots of buffer size here, so I don't know why it wouldn't work. Okay, well. Oh, there's a crash going on somewhere, I think. Oh, something has died. Hello, hello. I should probably restart Logic. Yeah, I'm pushing it too hard. Anyhow, that probably answers your question at least. I'm a bit new to doing all these softwares at the same time, so So what am I using for guitar tones? Right now, I'm using Logic. I'm using a real amp. I'm using the Mesa Boogie Mark V and the tube screamer and a compressor, and then I'm miking up everything with standard microphone like the SM57. I use a ribbon microphone as well, like the Pinnacle Fat Top. Interesting, Robert. You're playing a lot of quick licks. Maybe add a little bit of complexity to the drum. We can try that. That's a good suggestion. I'm going to have to restart Logic. I think it died on me. Not sure why it just totally died. Let's see if we can get it. Bring it back to life. Maybe it's something else I can... No. Sorry, Hudela, I don't have any cats. I have 2 rabbits. My family has 2 rabbits. And they get lots of attention. Maybe not from me, but from from everybody else in my family. I give them a little bit of attention, but I'm very busy giving everyone else in the household some attention. Let's see if sound works, please. Still no sound. Damn it. How did it just freaking die on me? I'm gonna remove this track that we worked on. Next time I'm gonna know better not to push the system. Gee, it's really working hard now. I'm just gonna see if the CPU is overloaded. Drop rendering frames. It's not that bad. A little bit of dropped frames. Is it choppy? Logic Pro is really not liking it. Well, when I don't use Logic Pro, I like to practice without the need of a computer, and that's when I use just like a simple drum machine. I think is awesome. But now I wanted to, have a bit more flexibility in the stream and show you guys. So I decided to fire up some drums in Logic Pro, but maybe that was a bad idea because you see my Logic Pro has crashed now. It'll be interesting to see if the stream crashes as well. So far, so good, but maybe I think I'm gonna quit Logic Pro and start a fresh project. So hopefully that'll solve things. Cool, we got my man Louis on Instagram as well. So it's safe to say you're one of my most devoted viewers, viewing me from 2 platforms. Okay, please don't crash on me. Now we're immediately going to start a new project here. See if that's going to be possible. Close. Let's see if this gives us another crash, or if we... No, this worked. So, drummer, create. Yeah, so far so good. Let's hope this is going to work. And then I will, let's do from 3 to like a 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I can't even freaking count. Okay, let's work with this loop instead now. Please work. Yes, it worked. Thank you. Okay, let's see if levels are okay. Yeah, it looks good. So I'm gonna follow up on on Robert's suggestion. Yeah, Ingmar Dagerfjäll, we got another Swede in here. Hur är läget, mannen? Välkommen till streamen. Okay. What do we do? Well, maybe we just play a little bit and see what we want to change. It's a little bit loud, perhaps. Okay. So this is just the standard pattern. Hey Lavos on Instagram, what's up? We got Mr. Luther from YouTube. Maybe try a different guitar. Might sound a little bit different, let's see. Okay, so what I would like to do now is maybe just through some fairly simple means, maybe get a little bit heavier. One thing Logic Pro allows you to do is just quickly down-tune the drums, I think. So you could easily just tune it down. So same thing with this one. It's much lower now. That's pretty cool. So I'm tuned to drop now. Drop C sharp, I think. It's not that heavy, but so Eric, this is C sharp minor. Creators Hub, what's up, my man? Dusty Corpse. I'm just using Logic Pro and the built-in sound. The guitar is a real tube amp, or the guitar sound comes from a real tube amp. I lost it there. This is Logic Pro, Renato. Logic Pro, it's a digital audio workstation, DAW. I messed up. Hey, thanks for the support, Ren Perez. I don't care about the views, I care about you guys. There you are. That's what matters. thanks guys for the comments here. So this is an LTD MH1000, and I do plan on live streaming daily because I want to, kind of bring you with me as I practice as well. And I don't only want to, do like a performance live stream once per month. I'd like to, just anytime I practice. So I'm all constantly working on my setup to allow that, so that I don't have to, fiddle with cables for an hour before I can do that. Lavietto, lite muted legato. Let's do some muted legato. I'm getting warmed up, so I should be able to do a little bit of that. Hybrid legato is a little bit tricky because it requires like regular legato technique, but also I think more like hammer-ons from nowhere, or at least that's how I get these sounds. I almost don't need to use the right hand. It's just like that, right? And then I add the muting and a little bit of hybrid. Oh yeah, okay. The A, the G, and the D string. Yeah. The low. So A, G, and D. So you mean like the high and the top E? It's definitely worth working on the thicker strings hybrid legato, because that's where you get the I guess the percussiveness of it, which is really cool. So that, as opposed to the, I mean, it's still percussive, but you don't get the oomph of it. I messed up. Let's choose another beat now. I'm tired of this one. So I'm not going to do the same mistake here and just have a million of them. So you can see this window is already getting a little bit tired. So I'm going to try to be smarter this time. Keep settings while changing style. Have a good one, Laviero. Now... change patch. No, don't change patch. Now let's do I think the retro rock is a bit cool. So if we tune that drum kit down, let's see how it sounds. Oh, great. It kept the old one, so I don't need to bother. And maybe we can do the manual thing like this. We can do it like a double there. And I don't like those ghost notes. Maybe we can do it a bit longer. Do 2 bars. And then we can have like that. I don't know if that's cool, maybe not. Ah, nah. This is good. It's a bit punk, sounds a bit like punk rock, but who cares? It's nice. So I'm getting a little bit more warmed up. I don't know if you guys can tell. It takes a long time. I've been going for 1 hour, and now I start to feel comfortable with my technique, I guess. Goothams. So this is just a practice beat I made up in Logic Pro, and I'm trying to, get some ideas and get some practice over it. That's all it is. Yeah, Mr. Droplet, that's a cool idea. Maybe write a song together in the live stream. That would be awesome. It's definitely a possible continuation of the live streaming idea. It's pretty new for me to, include the screen here and stuff like that. But it's working out really well, I think. My computer is running pretty hot, but it hasn't crashed yet. I gotta do some stretching with my left hand. Thank you for the question. I had to take a break. So how am I routing the audio? That's a good question. I'm using the RME Babyface Pro, and that comes with the Total Mix software, which is how you control the monitoring. And it's a very powerful software. I've just started scratching the surface, but it basically allows me to take everything. So I'm using like 2 or 3 microphones for the amp, and I'm using this microphone to speak. So we already have 4 or 5 microphones there. And then I'm using the software audio, which is the drummer coming from this window in Logic Pro. And I mix all that in the Total Mix software. And then I actually do something which is a little bit funny. I route all the audio out again to the camera, and then the camera sends everything via HDMI to the live stream. It's a little bit silly because it gives me, I guess, an extra layer of analog to digital and digital to analog conversion, but it's still extremely handy because I don't have the issue of a different latency with different sound sources, and I can easily monitor everything just through the output of my camera. So I don't know if that makes sense too much, but it just seemed the handiest setup. It's actually a similar setup I use for all the short videos I record as well. That's a lot of work just to record, haha, but it's worth it. Well, it used to be more work when I didn't have a good interface, because then I would have to use an external mixer, like a traditional mixer with lots of knobs, and I would easily spend an hour just setting everything up if I wanted to change something. But now I can have everything connected and change it via software, so it's a million times easier. And I never have to unplug the microphones. They're always plugged into the same spot or into the same input. And then I can reroute and do things via software. So it might sound complicated, but my setup used to be a million times more complicated. Picture you've spent a lot of time miking up your amp, and you found a combination that works great with 2 microphones. But then as soon as you need to do something else, like record in a different setting, then you need to change everything. So you lose hours of work getting that cool sound just because your interface isn't up to the task. So yeah, sounds complicated, but it's actually having lots of inputs is really helpful if you start doing more complex setups. But of course, you can get away using everything with software now. But, I've done that for many years. I used a digital amp like Kemper. I still have it here. And it's super handy for these kind of scenarios because you can just avoid having volume and you can have headphones. But the problem is it's not the same thing, And I discovered after all these years that even though you can get good sound from digital, what truly inspires me is playing an analog amp. I know it sounds like a cliche, but that's how it is. I just love playing a real amp. And I know it's because of the feel and how it responds, but some people don't care. And if you don't care about that, then you can use digital and you can get a great sound. It's not an issue. But for me, it's worth the hassle because previously I thought that, I can just skip all this work and additional cost and just use digital and be happy. There was only one flaw in that argument. I was never happy about it. So I ended up not wanting to do these kind of streams because I thought it sounded like shit. Or it felt like shit, didn't sound like shit. People liked the sound, but I wasn't inspired to play. So I never did them. And what's the purpose then? I'd rather have this more complex setup and like what I'm hearing than, do something else. Okay, so I have to go pee. So you can watch my guitar here and practice to this beat while I'll come back in a few minutes. That's a good question from Facebook, Josh from Facebook. So when starting to play shred music, does it really need to have proper setup of the guitar? Because every time I play a fast lick, like shredding, it sounds sloppy and not in sync. So a setup helps, but what you're describing is pretty much what we're all struggling with. You know, we want to increase speed, but we're not up for it yet, or we don't have the skills for it yet, so it sounds sloppy. With a 90% certainty, I would guess that it's a matter of slowing things down and giving it more practice time. That's going to solve your issue. When I try to play something new, if I were to push speed, I would sound super sloppy. So that takes a bit of time. Well, it takes a long time to sound good and play fast. But it's worth it because it's fun. So let's do that. These kind of things is stuff I've been practicing for like easily 15 years, just to get a good speed and flow. So is this the turnaround lick you're referring to, Josh, when I do this? Something like that? Thank you, Mr. Droplet. Okay, so if it was this lick, I can show you it. Something like that. If you think about your pentatonic box here on the 10th fret. Actually, you're going to find this in many of my shorts, but it's actually one of my favorite pentatonic extensions things. But we're going to play from the 13th fret, B string, pull off to the 10th fret. And then we're going to do this legato slur from the 12th fret. And then just 13, 12, 10. So it's 13, pull off to 10, and then pick the 12th note, and then hammer on to 13, pull off, pull off. So that's the start of it. And then we just then we add another 12, 10. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. And then I think it's... And then we go down to the 13th fret G string. And back to the 10th fret. So we get... And then we start repeating ourselves, I think, a little bit. And then we do... So at this point, I think it starts over. So it's like a 10-note lick. But I throw in lots of variations in there. I think that's what makes it cool. I'm not playing the same thing constantly. I use that basic idea, and I just try to come up with variations. So that's pretty much what I showed you. But I could do also... Okay, so this was a very nice session. We've been going for over 1.5 hours, and this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. So let's see what happens and how this develops. But my plan of thought, or my train of thoughts right now, is to basically find more stuff that I can, or that I am doing regularly, but not live streaming, and start doing that. Because I mean, there's no. It feels a little bit silly for me to sit around in the studio all day just to record small clips for you to see. Why can't you see the other stuff I'm doing as well? So that's my plan. We'll see how that works out. Cool. We have some more questions or comments here, right? Both Facebook and YouTube. So how do you come up those styles? I'm a self-taught guitar player and I want to learn to phrase like pros. So good question, Joss. The idea is here to borrow as many licks as possible and then include them in your jamming, just like I've been doing now, except you didn't see the borrowing part, but I've been doing that for decades. You know, steal an idea here and there, and then you're going to start eventually merging things, and you no longer know where they came from, and they become sort of integral to your own style. And it's a time-consuming process, but to me, it's the only thing that really intrigues me about music, is really building my own style. That's why I never play cover songs these days, just as an example. Are pedal effects important to achieve these sounds? I wonder what those licks would sound like with only distortion effect. I only have distortion. There's a bit of reverb and delay. I can turn it off. Okay, I've turned off the delay now. Now I'm going to turn off the reverb. And now I'm going to turn off the only overdrive pedal I have connected. Okay, so less distortion. And now I'm going to turn off the compressor, and there's going to be absolutely no pedals in the chain now. So here's how it sounds without any pedals and just the Mesa Boogie Mark V amp. And now if I turn everything on again, granted, if someone took all my pedals and I just had the amp, I would set things up differently and it would sound closer to what I'm doing now without the pedals. So, you know, especially if you have an advanced amp like the Mesa Boogie here, you can definitely get away without any pedals. But to me, it's not like you have to, you know, you can do either. And if you have some pedals that you know and love, then they are important tools to get the sound you want. So I'm not looking for one single sound. I'm constantly changing sounds. And in that process, pedals are super important tools for me to get the job done, basically. Cool questions, by the way. Hey, Chris Jenkins from YouTube. So you're arriving just as we're about to end the stream. But as I was saying, there will be many more of these, and I can't wait actually to do the next one. I think they're going to get better for every time because I'm still a little bit consumed in the technical stuff. But as soon as I have that completely sorted out, I think the streams will become more interesting. I will be more devoted to you guys and less to the technical stuff. And also I can think more about what the heck I'm playing and how it sounds. So it's all good stuff. But I want to thank you for tuning in. You guys are the best. I hope to see you very